Whoa, what's good, man? My name is FlemLo Raps, and today I got something a little bit different for you. Now, people ask me about recruiting in NCAA football 14 literally every day, and I'm always happy to help. As a matter of fact, for those of y'all who don't know, man, you need to check out my playlist, How to Recruit in NCAA 14. It's linked in the description. It'll be at the end card at the end of this video as well. One thing that I get that it makes me cringe a little bit. People will say things like, oh man, I got the #1 quarterback, the #1 this, and they're super excited about that. And that's cool. But what those people don't know is they probably have on their team a true beast that was like the number 50 player in his spot. Sometimes the #1 player is great, sometimes he's overrated. One of the things I love about the game, to be honest. So what this is gonna be, bro, is my top 5 3-star recruits I've ever had on YouTube. Obviously, any pre-YouTube stuff, I have no documentation, so that shit doesn't matter. It never happened. Now, before I get started, I do want to extend this invitation to you guys, the subscribers. If you have screenshots of any recruits that are just one of your favorite recruits, I don't care if they're 3-star, 4, 5, whatever, tweet the pictures at me. Tweet those screenshots at me on Twitter. And what I'm gonna do, whenever I get enough, this could take a day, this could take 2 months, because I don't know how many people just have screenshots of random recruits laying around, you know what I mean? The second I get enough to make a countdown, I'm gonna make a countdown. And if that's something that y'all like, I'd like to make that an ongoing thing. That'll be something that's pretty fun that we can do, kind of share, you know what I mean, as an NCAA community. Well, first off, make sure you following me on Twitter, bro. If you're not following me on Twitter, you tripping. Basically, here's what happens over there. First off, stuff like this, where you need to tweet this at me in order to be a part of a series, which will be very, very dope. There's a lot of other things, bro. I'll announce when I'm about to stream, when videos are going up. A lot of days, I actually will tweet out the thumbnail of the video like 30 minutes before it goes up. Just like, yo, this about to drop in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Just little shit like that. Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, at FlemLo Raps. Links in the description. Back to this. Now, I went through all of my dynasties, bro. I went through UTEP, I went through UAB, I even went through my Twitch dynasty with Kansas, and I went through my Georgia State and my EMCC. 3 of those dynasties, as a matter of fact, all the live stream dynasties, I really didn't have any legendary 3-star guys. I got a bunch of other legendary 4 and 5-star guys throughout these dynasties. But these 3-star guys were rare. That were just beasts. You know, I had some good ones, but these guys, beast. So anyway, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it off with number 5. All right, number 5, man. A lot of you guys may not even know this guy, although you'll know everybody else on the list. He's a middle linebacker from UAB. He goes by the name Shelton Mixon. Now, Shelton Mixon came to me as a 3-star middle linebacker. He is the number 24 middle linebacker. So it's 23 guys ranked above this guy. 6 feet, 240 pounds. Let me tell you the other schools that was recruiting him. Troy, Georgia State, Southern Miss, and FAU. Those were the other schools recruiting him other than UAB, okay? Nobody big wanted him. Came into UAB, and you know what he did as a freshman? He won linebacker of the year over everybody. He's an absolute beast. He's an absolute terror. And he had a nice pick in the very last UAB video that I posted. And he's only a sophomore. So he really hasn't had a chance to fully write his story. But I think he got great things on the way. He started out with a bang his freshman season. That was number 5, Shelton Mixon. All right, number 4. Also from the UAB Dynasty. If I would have did this like a few weeks ago, this dude would have been higher on this list. But he's not having the greatest season right now. He goes by the name Lamar Patrick. Now, Lamar Patrick is a true 3-star player that most people would have overlooked. He was the number 66 ranked cornerback coming out of high school. 5'11", 160 pounds, soaking wet. Other schools recruiting him: South Alabama, Memphis, and Toledo. Now, Lamar Patrick had a crazy journey coming into, you know, where he is today. Number 1, let me say this real quick. Y'all know, if you watch my dynasties, I covet the free safety position. If you're my free safety that I select to user, I fucks with you heavy. So again, Lamar Patrick comes in as a cornerback. He is the dime corner on a UAB team that's not that great. He came in early. Matter of fact, I recruited him the very first season, okay? So in season 2 with UAB, he was still the 4th corner on the team. So started out in the dime spot, computers playing with him. He got a pick. I was like, okay, well, you kind of doing your thing. The nickel guy was getting burnt every fucking play, so I moved him to nickel. Nickel, he balled out. He was getting tackles, he was getting picks, pick sixes, and he saved a ton of games for me. I really liked him in that spot, but my second corner was getting destroyed, and I needed a stronger cornerback on my side because y'all know I gamble with the free safety. So cool, I moved him over there. He balled out, won the Thorpe that year. Very next season, I said, the hell with it. He can't tackle. He's got like a 67 tackle. I moved him to free safety. I said, fuck it. This dude was the best tackling player on my team. He had the lowest tackle rating, but he just didn't miss tackles. He was the only person I could rely on. That season, he won the Chuck Benderek Award, the Bronco Nagurski Award, and he won the Thorpe again. And we won the national championship. That just goes to show you can't always judge a player by his star rating or even his overall or even his individual attributes. Can't judge him by his stature. Again, this dude's 5'11", 160. Sometimes a dude can just ball. Lamar Patrick is one of those guys. All right, number 3, and we're going to jump dynasties, bro. The number 3 player was a 3-star athlete. I didn't even remember this. I had to, when I went back and looked, I said he was a damn athlete. Jeff Simpson. Now, Jeff Simpson is a unique guy. Other teams that wanted him, Arkansas State, TCU. He was a 67 overall athlete. 67 overall athlete. But he had some decent attributes, man. He was slow. He was big. I didn't know what I was going to do with him, but when he came in, we go to position changes. One of my favorite things in the game, and here's why. When I moved him to running back, he went from a 67 to a 76 overall. Now, that's technically still a 3-star rating. I got other players on this team that are rated higher than that are still 3-star. So, okay, cool. But yeah, he was obviously a gem, a hidden gem. Now, when he came in, he was 6'1", 226 pounds coming out of high school. I don't like slow running backs, but this dude was very unique. He's a very unique running back. And if I'm not mistaken, to this day, he still holds the touchdown record at UTEP. Now, he came the year after I lost Aaron Jones, A. Jizzle, who I had for my first 2 seasons there. So this was year 3 when Jeff Simpson came in. And we ran him the exact same way that we ran Aaron Jones, bro. And he was even better. Although he didn't have top end speed, he was super elusive and hella quick. Only 85 speed, but he was a 94 acceleration. But he was also a power runner. He would run over cats left and right. So he was super quick. So my juke was nasty. Y'all know I'm nasty with the juke. My spin was nasty. And I could truck. And every single time this man took contact, he would fall forward like 5 yards. He was a beast, bro. And we leaned on him. I tailored the entire offense around him that year. And he won the Heisman Trophy as a freshman. Later, through dynamic storylines, he ended up getting hurt, and we had a faster back kind of take his spot. Wasn't as good, but he was just super fast, and just wanted to change the pace. But he did return for his senior year finally, and he had another good season, and he even moved over to Madden in my discontinued 49ers franchise. That's when you know you was a legendary player to me. If I move you over to Madden at any point, you're a legendary player. Jeff Simpson, number 3. All right, man, it's time to move to our number 2 3-star player. Who we got? Now, a lot of y'all will recognize this guy who is just tearing it up right now in the UAB Dynasty. He is my first 99 overall player. Adam Sanders, quarterback. That's right. He was a 3-star player, bro. Here we go. This dude came in. He was a 77 overall. 6'2", 223 pounds, bro. He was the number 46 pocket passing quarterback in his class. Number 46. And I know damn well it's not 45 other 99 overall quarterbacks out there in this damn dynasty. It's not. He's from Warner Robins, Georgia. And let me give you his story, man. So he came in his very first year. Now, I recruited this guy in year 1 of my UAB dynasty. So when he got there in year 2, we were terrible. Didn't matter though. He beasted. We didn't have any receivers. And he still carried the team, and we won our first conference championship. I don't remember exactly what our record was that year, but I think we only lost like 1 game, maybe 2 at the very most. Now the next season, Anthony Hancock, who's another legendary player, he was JUCO though, that's why he's not on this countdown. He transferred over to UAB, and Adam Sanders had to take a step back, so he redshirted a year. Anthony Hancock came in, completely stole the spotlight, man. Won the Heisman Trophy, took UAB to their first national championship ever. But Adam Sanders is the one that set the stage. He brought in all the beastly receivers that Anthony Hancock was able to use, and Adam Sanders elevated UAB to a point where an undefeated season would actually get us into the national championship. Adam Sanders gained weight over that offseason, was a bit depressed, man. He came back his redshirt sophomore year, and after a slow start, he really picked it up and he played well through that season. This year though, he reached 99 overall as a junior, and we run the entire offense through him. He's an absolute beast. If you haven't been watching the UAB series, man, you definitely want to watch this man work. He goes in. He's a 100% pure pocket passer. He's slow as molasses. He can't run, so he's just in the pocket ripping that bitch all game. That's my number 2 3-star recruit ever, Adam Sanders. Bah. All right, man, and this last guy is really the first guy that I took a screenshot for that gave me the idea to do this countdown, man. And he had to be number 1 on here. A lot of y'all gonna remember this dude. Chris Givens, aka White Dion, man, from my UTEP Dynasty. This was one of the first players I even recruited. Now, Chris Givens was a gem, man. He was a 72 overall. When I threw him on the list, he went up 5 points. I'm holding my phone because the screenshot of him is here because it's the first one I took. But he came in as a 3-star player, bro. He was 6'1", 178 yards from South Carolina. He actually had Oregon and Ole Miss after him, so I'm not the only one that saw the potential in this guy. Let me tell you something about this man. He picked off everything. The best corner, hands down, I've ever had. He did not have the best measurables. That would go to Adrian Merrick and Chris Long. Adrian Merrick from UAB, Chris Long from Georgia State. They're both 6'2", 98 speed. Chris Givens was 93 speed. He was 6'1". He was good speed, good size. But there's nothing just special about him to the naked eye. Every pass they threw to his side, he picked it. Like, yeah, he dropped some. He got burnt. Like, literally, I could count. In 4 years of playing for me, I could count on one hand the times he got burnt. And 2 of them happened in the same game. He just had an off day. But for the most part, like 95% of his entire career, this dude beasted. He actually ended up leaving UTEP, and he still holds the interception record over there. Him and Darren Miller used to battle every damn game. These dudes was going at it with the pick battle. But Chris Givens was exactly what a player like me needs at the cornerback position, bro. I mean, really, if I could create a prototype guy, he is the guy. Because I'm running all over the place with D. Miller. You don't know where I'm going to be at. He locked that entire side of the field down all by himself. And not only did he lock it down, like, these were turnovers every time you threw it over there. So it was just like, I knew they was throwing to one side of the field, or it was getting picked by Chris Givens. So that helped D. Miller tremendously. He is probably the most memorable, or definitely one of the top 3 most memorable players to ever do it on this channel. He also moved into Madden with the Forgotten 49ers series that I'm not doing anymore. Sorry, guys. I said all that to say he was a 3-star recruit. A 3-star recruit. They told me he was a 72 overall before I scouted him. That's what they said. This guy ended up being the greatest corner I have ever had. Alright, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this, bro. That was my top 5 3-star recruits I've ever had. Don't forget, man, tweet me any screenshots you have of recruits that you would like to be a part of a future countdown. If y'all dug this video, don't forget, man, click the thumbs up button. Also subscribe if you're brand new. My name is FlemLo, and I'm gonna holler at you next time. 1.